Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to the wood shop. So I am playing with wood today and I'm playing with the truck, so it's the best of both worlds. Okay, so what I've been doing here is kind of working on mocking up a wood bed for this old 77, and so I'm just kind of laying out some possibilities, and this was one possibility. Having a 4x4, that's a 4x6, but needs something better for it to sit on. So 4x4 there, a 2x6, and then we'd have to support it there in the middle, which would be easy to do. Try not to drill any holes. Of course, not drill any holes in the frame. Just going to use what's there. So have to, get creative with maybe some pipe and a bolt there, and a little piece of pipe and a bolt there. Then back here, and trying to. My idea is to get it up high enough where it doesn't affect the tire. Obviously, we don't want to give it enough clearance. And I kind of took my cue off the truck bed that I took off. In other words, the ribs, if you will, from the front are thicker in toward the cab, and then they gradually get smaller and smaller and smaller toward the back. And so instead of running ribs this way, which is where the truck would have originally come with the bed on it, I watched a bunch of videos about people building beds mainly out of steel, and they did this configuration. So they supported it all the way and ran larger type ribs this way. And so that was the idea I had. And of course, I've got a little bit of issue here with the fuel filler neck. We'll have to, obviously, raising it up helps because it does create a gap that would be here, but we're obviously going to have to notch that out a little bit to make that work. So this is the plan for right now. Again, I'm just mocking this up. Nothing's set in stone. It could all change, but the idea would be to have it there, and then to have the slats or the top parts of the planks running this way across here. I was worried about running them this way because you get a strength issue out here to the side because there's not a lot of support here on this edge. So I thought running them this way would make more sense. And I won't be hauling, I won't be pulling anything up on it probably, just hauling wood and different things on the top, so it makes sense that it would work. But again, just mocking up right now. And with this configuration here, you can see that I am not in level, which most of y'all know a truck bed is not level either. It's high in the back to compensate for the load. So this would bring me up here. Now maybe a little bit high, but we can continue to work on that and adjust it as it goes. But it is angling toward the cab, toward the front, toward the cab. But again, if you put a load on it, it's going to level it out, I guess is the theory. And this also gives me plenty of clearance for the tank, different things. All right, so that's the plan for right now. I'm going to just keep working on this, and I'll let you know what I come up with. But this is part one, just kind of showing you the mock-up phase, and let me see what I come up with, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I made a little bit of progress, and so what I'm struggling with here a little bit is the frame past that leaf spring hanger curves in. It bends in. Maybe it'll sit better on that. Yeah, you can see it better on this side. So it comes in and it bends in. So me wanting things square is not going to happen because of that. So I've got to, I'm going to have wherever I put that board back there, as opposed to running it down the rail, because I thought it would give it a little more stability and easier to attach that across. And so then I would have ribs here. Let me just set that up and show you. Okay, so maybe that makes more sense now. So I'll have the 2 ribs coming back, and of course these are too long, but I had to get 10s because 8s were too short. And then, for example, in between, just like in a deck, you know, inset here, flush with this, would be a rib. So we'd put one there, probably put one here, and then obviously we'd have one in the back. So that would give us, keep these from tilting in and out. And then eventually what I would do, once I get it all set and where I want it in my blocks or whatever I come up with, or pipe with bolts, whatever, then I would get some U-bolts, some of those long U-bolts, and, you know, put some U-bolts, you know, a couple of U-bolts in here somewhere, maybe 4, just to hold it, just to be a double protection to hold it down, if that makes sense. So leave a comment below if you think that's a fair idea, you know, with bolting it down and having the U-bolts, because you can buy those, and I can, if not, I'd have to make my own, but you know, just bolt it down here, maybe somewhere else, and maybe here in the back somewhere, find somewhere for it to drop in around this tank. I don't know, we may have to put a 4 up that way, because this will be pretty well supported in the back. But let me know what you think in the comment below. You think about my plan here. And so then, of course, you know, after that, we'd have the ribs, and then of course our planking would go here, which is going to put us somewhere in this range here, put us in this, you know, somewhere in this general range here of a height. And then of course we'd have to build us a little rack on the back to build it up to the top. I don't think I'm going to go all the way up, but I'll at least come to under the window, you know, to protect the cab part from anything sliding around. Just kind of like a truck bed. So let me know what you think about that, and you know, generally, in general, what you think. This is a good solution. This is treated wood. I'll use all treated, and hopefully it'll last, and it sits under a shelter anyway. So, all right. So thanks for stopping by the wood shop, everybody. I sure do appreciate it. Take it easy.